The story begins in the vast plains of the Majestic Reserve, where a young coalition of male lions is growing under the protection of the Naharu pride. Among them are the Tumbela brothers, offspring of the once dominant Thanda Impi coalition. Born into a strong lineage, they are raised under the guidance of their mothers and the ruling males, learning essential survival skills such as hunting, territorial awareness, and social hierarchy. For the first few years, life is relatively safe. The brothers spend their days playing, strengthening their muscles, and practicing hunting techniques under the watchful eyes of their mothers. The presence of powerful dominant males ensures that no external threat disturbs their childhood. However, they are unaware that this protection is temporary. As the Tumbela brothers grow, their presence becomes a challenge to the aging leaders of the pride. The dominant males, sensing the approach of their own decline, begin to view the young lions as potential rivals. Soon, an unspoken tension builds within the pride. The mothers attempt to protect their offspring, but they know the inevitable is approaching. One day, the brothers will be forced to leave. The wild is an unforgiving place for young, inexperienced males. Without the strength to claim territory or the skills to hunt large prey efficiently, nomadic life is often brutal and short-lived. The Tumbela brothers remain unaware of the dangers that await them. Their peaceful existence is about to change. And the true test of survival is just beginning. The inevitable moment arrives. A new coalition of males invades the Majestic Reserve, challenging the aging leaders of the Naharu pride. The fight is brutal, but the outcome is clear. The dominant males are overpowered, and the pride is taken over by the newcomers. The Tumbela brothers, now seen as a threat to the new rulers, have no choice but to flee. Expelled from their home, the brothers embark on their first journey into the unknown. The open wilderness is vast and dangerous, filled with rival coalitions, scavengers, and unpredictable challenges. Their lack of experience quickly becomes evident as they struggle to secure food. Unlike their time in the pride, where they relied on their mother's hunting skills, they must now fend for themselves. The brothers wander through unclaimed lands, seeking shelter and sustenance. Hunger and exhaustion begin to take their toll, testing the strength of their bond. Their only advantage is their unity. Together, they stand a chance of surviving. But the wild is relentless, and every day presents a new challenge. As they venture further into unfamiliar territories, they sense a new possibility ahead. The distant roars of lions signal the presence of another pride. Could this be the opportunity they need to claim a territory of their own? Or will it bring them face to face with a stronger, more experienced enemy? The brothers press forward, unaware that their greatest trials have only just begun. The wilderness is harsher than they expected. Without the protection of their pride, the Tumbela brothers face hunger, exhaustion, and constant threats from rival predators. Their once playful bond is now tested by survival. The nights are long and filled with the distant calls of dominant males marking their territories, a reminder that they are outsiders with no land to call their own. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that YouTube can understand and deliver more of our content to you. As they continue their journey, fear begins to settle in. One of the brothers grows weaker, struggling to keep up with the group. He lags behind, his body thinner with each passing day. The others try to support him, but they cannot afford to. Slow down. Staying in one place for too long would mean certain death. Then, one night, the weakest brother disappears. The remaining two search for him, but his scent has vanished. Whether he was killed by a rival lion, taken by a predator, or simply collapsed from exhaustion, they will never know. His absence is a stark reminder of how cruel the wild can be. Their confidence is shaken. For the first time, they wonder if they will meet the same fate. The thought of challenging an existing coalition seems impossible. What chance do two young, inexperienced males have against seasoned warriors? Doubt creeps in, and for a brief moment, they consider a life of constant wandering rather than risk certain defeat. But deep inside, a primal instinct urges them forward. The days that follow are filled with struggle, but the brothers learn valuable lessons along the way. Each hunt refines their skills, and each close encounter with danger sharpens their instincts. The wilderness itself becomes their mentor, teaching them through trial and error. Observing dominant males from a distance, they begin to understand the strategies of ruling coalitions. These powerful lions do not rely solely on brute force. They use intelligence, patience, and precise timing to maintain their control. The Tumbela brothers take note, knowing they must adopt similar tactics if they are ever to claim a pride of their own. Their hunting techniques improve. Once clumsy and inefficient, they now work together with precision, taking down prey larger than they ever could before. With each successful hunt, their bodies grow stronger. Their roars become deeper, more commanding. They are no longer mere nomads. They are lions preparing for their first real challenge. Then, one day, they hear it. The unmistakable roar of a lone male, an aging ruler past his prime. A potential opportunity lies ahead. If they are strategic, this could be their moment to claim a kingdom. The Tumbela brothers track the lone male's scent, moving cautiously through the dense bush. They know that a direct confrontation could be dangerous, but they also understand that hesitation could cost them their only chance at securing a pride. When they finally spot him, the sight confirms what they hoped for. The lion is old and weary. His golden mane is faded, and his movements are slow, evidence of the many battles he has fought. This is Matimba, known as Hairy Belly, once a fearsome ruler, but now a shadow of his former self. The Tumbela brothers seize the opportunity. Their attack is swift and coordinated. The old lion fights back, roaring defiantly, but his strength is no match for their combined force. The battle is short, but brutal. Eventually, Matimba submits, his body too weak to continue the fight. He disappears into the wilderness, never to be seen again. The brothers have done it. They have claimed their first territory and, along with it, a pride of lionesses. Their new home in the western sector of Sabi Sands offers food, water, and, most importantly, a future. But their victory is just the beginning. Now, they must defend what they have won. Other males will come, testing their strength. And within their own pride, challenges will arise. To maintain their reign, they must be stronger, smarter, and more ruthless than ever before. Life as rulers brings new challenges. The lionesses they have inherited are not immediately accepting of their new leaders. Some resist their presence, still loyal to the former king. The brothers must assert their dominance, ensuring that the pride recognizes their authority. Over time, they succeed in integrating themselves. The lionesses begin to accept them, and soon, the first cubs of the Tumbela reign are born. This marks a crucial moment. They are not just rulers now, but fathers. Their legacy is taking root. However, the wild is never peaceful for long. Rival coalitions lurk at the borders of their territory, sensing weakness. Lone males, eager to claim a pride of their own, test the boundaries. The Tumbela brothers are forced into battle multiple times, defending their land with ferocity. Hyenas also prove to be a persistent enemy. These scavengers attempt to steal their kills, challenging the lions at every opportunity. But the brothers fight back fiercely, solidifying their reputation as powerful rulers. Despite the constant threats, the pride thrives. Their cubs grow strong, and their territory remains secure. The brothers, once lost and starving nomads, have now become dominant kings. But the greatest challenge is yet to come. As time passes, the first signs of weakness begin to show. One of the brothers starts to struggle during hunts, his once powerful frame beginning to wither. The wild has no mercy for the weak, and the Tumbela brothers are about to face a battle they cannot win. The first signs of trouble come gradually. One of the Tumbela brothers, once a fierce and dominant hunter, begins to show signs of decline. His once powerful stride slows, his ribs become faintly visible beneath his golden coat, and his energy diminishes. At first, it is easy to dismiss, perhaps an injury, perhaps exhaustion from constant battles. But as the days pass, it becomes clear something is wrong. Despite his weakness, the pride continues to rely on him, but his struggles in hunting put more pressure on his brother. The balance they had built starts to shift. Their territory is vast, and patrolling it becomes increasingly difficult. As their strength weakens, enemies begin to notice. The scent of intruders becomes more frequent. Young, powerful males roam the outskirts of their land, waiting for the right moment to challenge them. The Tumbela brothers still have their pride, but their reign is becoming fragile. They know that soon they will be forced to fight for their survival once again. One night, the weaker brother does not return from a patrol. The remaining Tumbela male searches for him, following his fading scent through the tall grass, but there is nothing. His brother is gone. Whether he was killed by rivals, succumbed to his weakness, or simply disappeared into the wilderness, the truth will never be known. For the first time since leaving their natal pride, the last Tumbela lion is truly alone. The loss of his brother marks the beginning of the end. The last Tumbela lion, once part of a formidable coalition, is now a solitary king, defending a territory far too large for one lion to control. Without his brother, his power is diminished. He still holds the pride, but the lionesses sense the shift. They remain loyal for now, but they too are survivalists. If a stronger male arrives, they will not hesitate to submit. The lone Tumbela male must now fight harder than ever, knowing that challengers are closing in. His first real test comes sooner than expected. The roars of approaching males echo through the night. Two young, powerful lions enter his territory, hungry for conquest. He cannot flee. This is his land, his pride, his legacy. He stands his ground, roaring back in defiance. The fight is brutal. The younger lions have the advantage: youth, strength, and the power of unity. The Tumbela male fights with everything he has: claws slashing, fangs sinking into flesh, refusing to submit. But he is outnumbered. outmatched. His body is scarred, his movements slow, his breathing heavy. He manages to wound one of the invaders, but it is not enough. The second male lunges at him, knocking him to the ground. Defeat is inevitable. The last Tumbela lion, once a king, is left bleeding in the dust as the new rulers claim their prize. As the sun sets, the last Tumbela disappears into the wilderness, leaving behind only his legacy. Though the last Tumbela male has been defeated, his legacy remains. The pride he once ruled now belongs to the victorious young males, but his offspring live on. The cubs born during his reign will carry his bloodline, and if they survive the harsh trials of the wild, they may one day forge their own destiny. His story is whispered among the lions of Sabi Sands. The rise of two brothers, their journey from lost nomads to powerful rulers, and their inevitable fall. It is a tale as old as time, a reminder that no king reigns forever. But the impact of the Tumbela coalition is undeniable. They shaped the land, protected their pride, and fought until their very last breath. Even in his final moments, the last Tumbela male did not surrender easily. His defiance in the face of defeat is a testament to the spirit of a lion, fierce, proud, and unwilling to bow to fate. Though his body fades into the wilderness, his spirit lingers in the roars of his descendants, echoing through the land he once ruled. The Tumbela name will not be forgotten. With the Tumbela brothers gone, the cycle of the wild continues. The new rulers of the pride establish their dominance, eliminating any remaining traces of the former kings. The cubs of the Tumbela lineage face an uncertain future. Some may survive, others may fall victim to the brutality of the new regime. The wild is merciless, sparing no one, not even the offspring of a once great ruler. The last Tumbela male, now a shadow in the wilderness, roams alone. His strength is gone, his body battered, but he does not stop. He moves through the tall grass away from his former kingdom, knowing that his time is near. One night, beneath the vast African sky, he lets out one final roar. It is not a call of desperation, nor of surrender. It is a farewell, a final declaration that he was here, that he ruled, that he fought. Then, silence. The land moves on, as it always does. The young will rise, the strong will conquer, and new stories will be written. But for those who remember, the Tumbela name will forever be etched in the history of the wild. Though the last Tumbela male has vanished into the wilderness, his story does not end with his fall. His legacy continues in the whispers of the wind, in the movements of his descendants, and in the scars left upon the land he once ruled. His cubs, though vulnerable, stand a chance. Some may grow strong enough to defy the odds, to survive the purge of the new rulers, and to one day embark on their own journey. The cycle of the wild does not mourn the fallen, but it ensures that those who are worthy will rise again. Among the lions of Sabi Sands, his memory lingers. Guides and rangers tell his tale, speaking of the coalition that once dominated the land, of the fierce battles they fought, and of their ultimate downfall. Though new kings rule, the echoes of the Tumbela roar remain in the night. In the end, no lion truly dies as long as their story is remembered. The last Tumbela may have vanished, but his essence remains, forever a part of the land he once called home. The story of the Tumbela brothers is not just one of survival and conquest. It is a testament to the unforgiving beauty of the wild. Their journey from young outcasts to powerful rulers and their inevitable fall mirrors the eternal rhythm of nature. Their rise was swift, their reign fierce, their downfall inevitable. But in their time, they lived as true lions, proud, fearless, and unyielding. The lessons of their journey remain for those who come after them. Strength alone is not enough. Unity is power, and no king rules forever. Though the grasslands of Sabi Sands now belong to others, the Tumbela coalition has left its mark. Their story will be told for generations. A reminder that even the greatest rulers must one day bow to the forces of time and nature. And so, the legend of the Tumbela lives on. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that YouTube can understand and deliver more of our content to you.